Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. Early test results are in and we have some information between PS4 and PC versions of Guilty Gear Strive. You might want to hear this. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, a few weeks ago we went over whether or not to pre-order Guilty Gear Strive on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, or PC. A lot of the points in that video are still relevant today, so I will link this video in the description below and I do recommend checking it out. Now today we do have some early comparisons between the PlayStation 4 and PC. These numbers are interesting, not unexpected, but interesting. Now all of this is huge thanks to Nigel Woodall, and I'll leave a link to this Twitter in the description below, and I do recommend checking it out. There's a lot of great information here. So I brought some numbers up on screen here. What we're taking a look at is the latency. At a very high level, it's basically the time it takes for your game to register an input. Now there are a number of things that can impact latency, and this person has tried to make it as close as possible to the baked-in latency of the game, stuff you just can't get around. To test this out, they're using an Alienware 25-inch gaming monitor running at 240 Hz. It's a very fast monitor and not an inexpensive monitor. The numbers we're taking a look at here are for the PlayStation 4, and the one number that is most important is the final result, and it's 65.65 milliseconds. And what that means is it's basically just a little over 4 frames between once you hit a button and when it registers in a game, because it's about 16 frames or 16 milliseconds, for one frame. Now moving on to the PC version of Guilty Gear Strive using the exact same monitor. And we're taking a look at 11.93 milliseconds. This is under 1 frame. Extremely fast. The graphics settings on PC, here's what they're using to achieve those numbers. The resolution is sitting at 1080p. VSync is off, image quality is set to high, and the scaling resolution is set to 90. They also have a few images posted with the settings they're using on their NVIDIA card. For reference, they have an Intel i7, the GPU is an NVIDIA 3080. It is a very powerful GPU, so latency will vary greatly depending on the PC you're using. So now you might be wondering, well, what exactly does this mean? It means that the PC version has the ability to be the superior version of the game. From a technical perspective, if you're looking at the best version of the game possible, PC is where it's at. PC does have the ability to also be the worst version of the game possible if you're running the game on an underpowered PC. If your PC is struggling to run this game, yeah, you're going to run into latency issues. Now for the PS4 version of the game, the latency here, the 4 frames is pretty standard for most PS4 games. It's very comparable with a lot of other PS4 games out there. The big takeaway from this is that if you're training for a tournament, you'll want to train on whatever system you're going to be playing in that tournament. If you're training on PC, but the tournament is on PS4, you're not going to have the best time. There will be an adjustment period. Vice versa though, if you're playing on PS4 and then you're going to play on a PC tournament, there's also going to be an adjustment period. The PC game will feel faster, the PS4 game will feel slower. Now, in addition to all of that, sometimes certain stages also can impact your gaming experience. Sometimes a stage might have a graphical effect that causes a bit of strain on your system. Fortunately here though, people have already put together a list so you can see which stages might cause a problem and which ones might not. I'll leave a link to this site in the description below and I do recommend checking it out. Now fortunately for PC players, there are mods out there that help speed up the game. For example, if you're running a very low-end PC, there is a potato low spec mod, and this will definitely help increase your frame rate, increase your latency. It'll make the game look ugly as all get out, but hey, it probably will work. I'll leave a link to this site in the description below so you can check it out. I'm actually really impressed how quickly the modding community has pumped out mods for this game. Now there is still one big piece of information missing, or rather one big system missing, both figuratively and literally. The PS5 numbers haven't come in yet. Once I see those numbers, I'll probably do another video just to see which version of Guilty Gear Strive is the best. I'm still willing to bet that it's probably going to be the PC. Right now we know that PC is better than PS4 depending on your PC setup. But anyways, that is all I've got for today. Let me know your thoughts on Guilty Gear Strive on PC versus PS4 in the comments below. And let me know your thoughts on potato mode for Guilty Gear Strive in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.